Doraemon used the shift stick to transfer a stain from the comic book onto a blank piece of paper. Noby noticed a hole in the wall, so he successfully transferred that onto the paper as well. Noby wanted to keep trying, but just then, his mom accidentally scorched the floor with an iron. Without hesitation, Noby used the shift stick to move the scorch mark onto a newspaper. His mom was delighted when she saw this, but his dad still needed the newspaper, so he tossed the dirty part outside. Noby happily took the little tool with him as he went out. On the way, he encountered Sue, who was blocked by a large puddle. Seeing this, Noby used the transport stick to move the water into the drain. Afterward, Sue invited Noby to her house. She took a handkerchief out of a drawer and wanted to transfer the pattern from it onto her bag. Noby first removed the original design from the bag and then transferred the flower petal pattern from the handkerchief onto the bag. Sue was very pleased. On their way home, Big G suddenly punched Noby hard, claiming that Noby had dirted his comic book. But when they looked at Big G's comic book, there were no stains. Noby immediately denied it, but Big G insisted on checking the comic book. They found that the comic book was perfectly clean. Sneech then said that it wouldn't be long before Noby messed it up. Noby was shocked when he heard this. Big G believed Sneech and took the comic book. Noby and Doraemon decided that Sneech would have to pay for this. Big G lent the comic book to Sneech, and as soon as Sneech stepped into his house, he fell into a puddle. To his further surprise, he noticed that his door was crooked. Then Sneech fell into the drain. At that moment, Doraemon pressed the stopwatch, pulled out a pile of blank papers, and transferred the content from the comic book onto these blank sheets. They then returned the comic book to Sneech and pressed the stopwatch again to restore time. When Sneech opened the comic book, he found that it was filled with blank pages. On their way home, Noby and Doraemon saw a public bathhouse, but it was closed for the day. They learned that the artist who was supposed to paint murals was sick. Noby said he would make the bathhouse the most famous one in town. Doraemon took out the anywhere door, and they quietly entered the Louvre Museum. They transferred all the world-famous paintings onto blank pieces of paper and brought them back to the public bathhouse. However, the old men who were bathing there didn't appreciate the art. They complained, saying it would be better to just hang up some posters of beautiful women instead.